Hey, watch friends. If you like playing cards and talking about watches, today is your lucky day. We're going to be taking a look at a couple of this is from the brand Horology Deck. This is a new offering. It's actually live on Kickstarter at time of publishing, so I will have a link for that in the description. But we're going to check these out. As you might have guessed from the name here, this is a horologically themed, so a watch theme for a deck of cards. So it'll be kind of interesting to check these out. I did leave these sealed so we can look at them together for the first time. Both of these will come kind of in this wrapping here, this like cellophane. I did take it off the red one just to save a little bit of time, but I'll show you. We'll rip that open, all that stuff. But first, I wanted to go ahead and show you for a wrist check. Today I'm wearing this Timeless. This is the HMS002, and I will have a review of that coming up soon. Do encourage you, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button for that watch, as well as a lot of other ones coming. It's a great way to help a fellow enthusiast to grow the channel without costing yourself a dime. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these. As I mentioned, these are currently live on Kickstarter. They're coming in at a very reasonably priced, about $16 to $18. The one we're looking at here, this black version, this is going to be their standard deck. And then this red version, as well as a green version, those are their limited edition decks. And we'll pop these open and see what they actually look like on the inside for differences. One thing that I do want to point out before we leave the exterior of the box, first, the overall finishing of these, it's nice. You know, it's a matte. It does have some nice gilding on there. You can see that has nice reflectivity. Really cool looking. I mean, obviously, it is a box of cards here, so I mean, not a ton to talk about. But I think the finishing's nice. And overall, if you look at this, you can see both of these do have a guilloche pattern kind of impressed in there. So really nice homage all the way around. Of course, markers, handset, everything there. And then on the flip side, you can see this has different guilloche. Very cool looking there as well. You might have noticed this, if you can tell from the coloration, this actually is loomed on the exterior here. So I'll go ahead and pop up a picture of that. Ultimately, we're not going to talk about the legibility overnight and how long it endures and stuff. It's just a cool touch and something neat to have. You might have noticed on the black one there are a few imperfections in the loom, but again, this is just something that's printed on the box. It's a cool little extra. So let's go ahead and pop these open and see what we're actually looking at. I'm opening this up here today with a Benchmade bug out, and this is actually the mini for this one, if we can actually get the blade down in there. This, I will have a link in the description for Amazon affiliate. If you want to pick up this knife or anything else from there, it does help out the channel. I get a small commission for any purchases you make. It doesn't even just have to be the linked items in there, so do encourage you to check that out if you want to help me out further. All right, let's go and get that set aside. I buggered these up a little bit here, but nothing too bad. All right, let's look at the standard deck first. So we'll pop open this black set. All right, so inside, doesn't look like we have anything down in there. But then for the actual deck of cards, again, this does have the wrap. And these do have nice, easy pull tabs on it, so you can actually just kind of peel that up and pull that around. I say it's easy, but anytime you're doing something on camera, it's never as easy as it is in person. All right, so let's get those popped open there. All right, so here, first, let's go ahead and pause on that. You can see what the actual cards look like. So this is going to be uniformly throughout, and this, of course, again, is the black deck. This is their standard deck. With this, let's go ahead, and we've got the Joker, obviously watch theme there. Here's different, got a nice little flasher with some watches there for the Joker. And then you get some fun facts going on throughout here. Then just some standard. So it's a nice mix. It's every other card that you're going to see some of this. And I'm not obviously going to go through every one of these and don't want to give too much of a spoiler. But I like the way that they integrated and worked this in. It's tastefully done. It still looks and feels like a traditional card deck throughout. But at the same time, they have just those little horological touches throughout, plus, of course, the trivia and facts just to make them a little more interesting, something that you can play around with, something that even if you have friends who are not into watches, this might be a good conversation starter. I know we're all always looking for an opportunity to talk about our watches more, so maybe this will help to stir up somebody else's passion for the hobby also. All right, and I realize I'm going through these quickly, but I figure you guys can pause them if you want to check anything out in greater detail. But it's pretty much what you'd expect as far as the overall layout for the card deck itself. It's a standard deck of cards. Let's go ahead and set that aside. But they do have nice touches and embellishments throughout for this to really go into the horological theme. And at the price point, I believe I already mentioned it, but coming in at around $16 to $18, depending on when you're getting it. If you're familiar with Kickstarter, the prices do vary, if you're getting early bird or what have you for it. But with the price point, it's really not that much more than a standard deck of cards. Yeah, I realize it's a couple bucks extra, but if you're into the hobby, if you're looking for a gift or anything like that, I think this is a pretty cool idea. In something that's different from what you might otherwise get out there. This one is going to be a bear here. We got the sticker wasn't peeled all the way, and that was making it stick in the box there. All right, let's go and get that set to the side. Sorry for all the fast, jerky movements there. Trying not to turn this into a 20-minute video talking about cards, but I want to give you guys an idea of these details. All right, so let's get that set aside. Let's go ahead and bring in. Here's to compare the backs. You can see with this red and black, you can see what might be a familiar symbol there in the middle. So that gives a little nod to a brand that many of us know for that one. But you can see the patterns and textures here, they do vary on these two decks. But overall, it's going to be the same basic thing. So you have, of course, standardization throughout there. And if you really want to get fun and you get the 2 or 3 set of these, you could even mix and match them, so you could have different ones throughout your deck. Let's go and see how these differ. Yeah, so looking at the actual card faces, as I'd expected, it looks like these, at least at first glance, are going to be the same throughout, so we don't need to go through all of these. I do want to see, I'm curious, see if we can quickly find the same card there. Yeah, so this does have, it's actually going to be the same completely on. You can see some difference for coloration here. I don't know. I'm assuming that's intentional for that. But as far as the actual text and fun facts and everything on there, so you could have a complete set if you wanted to mix and match these and actually have the same standardized between them. Not just obviously with the card faces, but with the fun facts as well on there. So we already looked through these. I don't want to go into too much detail there. But at least wanted to give you a relatively quick look so you can get a better feel. Like I said, these ones are live on Kickstarter. Video link in the description. Oh, I did neglect to mention, apologies for having this so late in the video. You might have seen the paid promotion banner pop up. I didn't receive any compensation, but they did. Horology Deck did send these into the channel. I do get to keep them after the review. So no vested interest in that, but I always want to be transparent with you all. So hopefully this quick look has been helpful for you, and if this is something that appeals, I do encourage you to check them out. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit that like button, and as I mentioned at the outset, it's greatly appreciated and tremendous help if you do hit that subscribe button if you're not already. And then down in the video description, of course, I have a link to these, have Amazon affiliate link, as well as if you want to find me on Instagram, I'll have a link for that as well. Thanks for watching.